So months have gone by. Judge Balkman has indicated our trial date in May of 2019 is going to go. So he ordered the depositions to take place as noticed. They have to take place before the end of August. So that's what we're going to do.
How about your reaction to the judge's decision today?
Well, he did the right thing. He denied our emergency motion on the grounds that it was moot. He had previously ordered that these depositions take place. So I think Judge Balkman simply indicated he meant what he said. The depositions have to take place. And despite all their protestations, they're going to take place.
And what if they don't?
Well, I never like to speculate about what somebody would do, especially Big Pharma would do if they deny the court order. So we're going to be there, and we're going to be ready to take their depositions, and the whole world needs to see what they're saying. These companies started the world's greatest unprecedented opioid epidemic. Thousands of people have died because of what they did, and people are dying every day here in Oklahoma. So it's urgent that we get our relief, and it's urgent that we get to trial, and so we're going to do it.
This is the most unprecedented public health crisis we've ever seen. And throughout history, you can go back and look at different diseases and plagues and epidemics that have happened, but this one was created by man and a corporation. And it's been inflicted on all of us. All three of us on this team have had a personal tragedy related to the specific pills that are at issue in this lawsuit. And they created it. So what's unique about Oklahoma's law and nuisance law is that not only are we seeking past damages for the state, but one of the things that General Hunter has asked us to do, which is maybe the most important, which is to try to deal with this crisis by stopping it. And Oklahoma law empowers the judge to craft an order based on all the evidence of what's needed to stop the crisis. Because this isn't a situation now where you can just stop these drugs. The people that have been affected by it are addicted. And this is an addiction crisis. And it's an addiction crisis caused by them. So we have to treat them and help them and educate them. And one of the things that we're going to have to do, and Purdue's never done it yet, is for them to come back and tell the doctors that they lied to them. Because for, 20 years? They had thousands of sales representatives carpeting Oklahoma and other states, lying to them. They pled guilty to doing it as a criminal, federal criminal violation, and they just kept doing it. So we've got a lot of past conduct and harm to undo, and that's what I was talking about.
You talked about them picking up shop, closing shop, moving out of the country, possibly because why? They don't want to go to trial. They don't want to face this.
Well,
essentially, is that what you said in it?
Yeah. Yes. Purdue is involved in a company called Mundi Pharma, M-U-N-D-I Pharma, which is their non-U.S. counterpart. And strangely enough, opioids as a pill hasn't been very popular internationally. It has been a crisis that's unique to the United States because they use their lobbying powers, their legal powers, and their money to work it really aggressively here in the United States. But the walls are closing in on them. I mean, the White House has recognized that this is an epidemic that Purdue was a large part of causing, as were the other defendants in this case. Many government agencies, federal and state, have determined the same thing. And they're not going to be able to keep this conduct up much longer. And because of that, they've pulled up their sales force. I think Purdue's fired everybody here in the United States that was selling the drugs. You know, they used to have as many as 1,000 of their own and another 1,000 borrowed employees. They've gotten rid of them. And they're moving their resources overseas. And you can look, they've got ads, I think, in Spain where they will literally take celebrities nude and paint different arrows and pictures on their body and celebritize the use of opioids, that's what everybody's doing to deal with chronic pain, things they can't get away with here. There's a lot of consumers. One of their biggest consumer bodies is in China, and they've set up massive buildings there to try to do the same thing there that they did here. So we don't have control over what's happening there. We don't have control what's happening nationally, but we're going to try to do something about it here in Cleveland County.